Okay, there we go, guys. Welcome on this beautiful Saturday. Today is special. As you know, in our business, we have two pillars to success. The first one is duplication, which is what we do in Actors of Change. We learn the technique, the process, and then we duplicate. And the second one is personal development, which is a much more personal journey for each and every one of us. However, there are some common threads because we are evolving with very similar limitations and sabotage mechanisms and conditioning also from our childhood. And today it's dedicated to this personal development, fears and limiting beliefs. And our special guest today will also give us his discoveries and his teachings about how deep it goes, what we store in our subconscious. And we could be giving you the best training, which we already do, but it's gonna get better and better. The best training, the best process, with the best company, with the best timing. Everything is just wide open for you. And yet, you might struggle because inside of yourself, there is a few fine-tuning that need to happen. So today, I really wanted to share with you this beautiful opportunity. And this is how it came to be. In the last Actors of Change, Lumina really wanted to do more focus on these limiting beliefs. And that really opened up something for me, that it's an important part of our business. And we've been focused so much on teaching the duplication, trusting everybody doing their personal development, but it did open up a desire for me to bring something more. I didn't know yet how. But then, a couple of weeks ago, I go in nature where I go to recharge myself. And then out of nowhere, I meet this guy, Emanuel, who you're about to meet. And guess what? The guy is a master of subconscious reprogramming. Wow, that's amazing. So then we get to know each other. And then what do I learn? He did more than 3 years in network marketing. I mean, what a gift from life. Thank you for this beautiful synchronicity. So I've gotten to know the guy much more in the last few weeks. We worked together. We did some session for myself because I needed to, of course, know what he's doing and how he's doing it and how efficient it is. And well, I had an absolutely amazing experience. It was very deep, much more deep than I thought. Even though working on the mental level and the programs that are there, I was yawning a lot during the process, and I felt really liberated. Uh, I would say of things I was not even aware that were limiting me or were heavy on me. And I spent 4 or 5 days after that feeling very light and almost like there's a blank slate in front of me. So I asked him, can we introduce you to our group, to our team? And one of the things that I really love about this guy, on top of his mastery and his really amazing story, and he's from Romania, is the integrity with which he works. I told him, so how it is, should I pay you to make a group for everybody or everybody can pay? How does it work? And he said, look, it's easy. I don't work in a American sales and marketing kind of way. For me, I give for free, and only if people have results, then maybe they can continue to work with me. So proof first, results first, then we can see what happens. And I really love that. So thank you so much, Emmanuel. Welcome to this group. This group is called Actors of Change in our business with Corsair, Cleaning the Planet. I told you all about it. How are you today?
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the introduction, Thomas. And thank you for inviting me here. Let me just pin myself here. So welcome everybody. I'm curious, where are you from? If you can write in the chat where you're from, perhaps mostly Europe, like Central Europe. It's early morning there. Welcome everybody and congratulations for showing up. They say that 90% about success is about showing up, is about taking the action to change your life, to work on yourself. Okay, we have people from Thailand actually. Good evening, Thailand. Australia, the same is evening here. Bali, okay, we have more people from Bali. I'm actually in Bali. We are in the same city, Thomas. I forgot to tell you, I'm in Ubud this weekend. Sri Lanka, born in Romania. Welcome, Andrea. Morocco, Malta, Norway, France. Beautiful.
We also have some
France,
people in
Spain.
America that they won't join because it's not the right time zone for them, but I promise we will record so that they can also get to know you and receive also the reprogrammation themselves. So there's also a whole piece of the team that will watch the replay.
Amazing. And if everybody is excited and you love this technique and you see results, we might gonna do some more webinars. I'm not sure when, because the Christmas is coming. I'll take some day off. But once again, welcome everybody right now. So in this webinar, in this short webinar, I will help you actually to reprogram some of your beliefs. I'm not going to teach you a lot about theory. Perhaps you know, that we have a subconscious mind that is controlling our thoughts, our emotions, our reactions, our actions even, our behavior. So what I do is to work very pragmatical with the subconscious mind. We measure, we quantify the results, and then you will see the results on the spot. So my intention for this webinar is to help you reprogram one or even two limiting beliefs or fears that we're gonna identify in your subconscious mind. I'm gonna also do like a pull quest to ask you, what are your biggest fears regarding your job and what you want to change in your life? And I will help you to reprogram them. So welcome everybody. And I have also a short presentation to share with you what I'm gonna do in this webinar to give you more clarity. Yeah, so let me share screen. Perhaps you can see my screen now, but this is too big. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Yes. So
Yeah,
what
we
is
can
the
see.
schedule? Amazing, amazing. So what is the schedule of this webinar? In the first part, you will understand how the method works, and I will share with you also a little bit of my philosophy, of my story, to give you more clarity, to give you more context. And then on the second part, I will do some reprogramming, and I will take some participants to do a special exercise, and then I will apply the technique on all of you that are present here. And even though you watch the recording, you will also be able to see results only if you are present and you're watching the webinar without being distracted. And at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything. We are not in a rush. And by the way, if you want to see results, be present, make sure you won't be disturbed. Turn off your social media and other distractions and be fully engaged in this process, especially when I'm going to start making the commands. Because this technique works with commands. And if you haven't found out yet, perhaps you did, that the subconscious mind does not listen to affirmations, to positive thinking, to intentions, to writing journal, or whatever manifestation exercises you've tried to do before, but it obeys to commands. It is an experience that you have to feel in order to understand it. So why do we reprogram the subconscious mind? Perhaps everybody knows it, but I'm gonna share a few things. 95% of your thoughts, actions, emotions are not coming from your conscious mind, but from your subconscious mind. And we have about 50,000 thoughts per day, and up to 80% of those thoughts are negative and are repeating themselves. So basically, 95% of the thoughts and emotions you have today, you're gonna have even tomorrow and the week after and even a week ago. So everything is repeating in our life based on the subconscious programming that we have. And any negative emotions that you are feeling every day, if you notice, are not new emotions, are familiar emotions that you felt before. So my theory is that whatever negative emotions you have in your life or negative thoughts are coming from the memory of your subconscious mind. And what we do is to reprogram that memory, because you cannot force your mind to think positively, forever. It's very tiring and it doesn't work, by the way. You cannot control your mind, because a lot of self-development are teaching us that, hey, you have to control your mind to be more positive, to be more discipline and so on. But it doesn't work like that. If you don't change your subconscious mind concretely and to see results in a measurable way, it will not change your life. And I will give you also some a very special exercise to give you clarity to understand exactly what's in your subconscious mind. Because if we go from this theory that everything is controlled by your subconscious mind, the first and most logical thing that you have to do is to identify everything that is in the subconscious mind, to do an evaluation. It's like when you go to the doctor, for example, the first thing that you do, what it is? You do some blood tests, you do some analysis, you see exactly what are your problems, and then you get the solutions. So this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to help you to identify all of the fears and limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind, to give you clarity and to see exactly where are you in point A at the moment and where you have to be in point B, where you have nothing left to work on your subconscious mind. Make sense? Cool. So what is the mental reprogramming technique? It's a special method that we do commands to the subconscious mind, and you can release any negative thoughts, emotions, and anxiety. You can change any limiting beliefs or fears. You can even reprogram any traumas or bad memories. And the most exciting thing about this technique is that you will see the results instantly. You don't need to, I don't know, do 10 sessions and work for a few months to see the results. You will see in this webinar the results on the spot. And once again, it is an experience that you must have. And it's very easy to learn and practice by anyone. I'm not special. I don't have special gifts. Yeah, is a technique that everybody can learn and apply it on themselves and on others. We have over 3,500 testimonials and case studies in the last 3 years since I started to share this technique with the people. And there are also 130 workshops with live demonstrations that I've done in Bucharest and different cities around Europe and even in Bali, with hundreds of participants where I have applied the technique on everybody and everybody was able to see the results. But once again, what is important and relevant for you is not necessarily to see the testimonials and the webinars, but what's important is to experience the technique and to see for yourself, what it can do and how it can help you. As Thomas said, you're not allowed to buy anything for me if you don't see results. And we have over 2,000 students already that have learned the technique and they have amazing results. And let me share with you a little bit of my story to connect with you deeper. Yeah, this is me like 8 years ago, where I was anxious, where I was full of social anxiety. And this is me today, 20 kilograms later. Anyway, so let me share quickly my story. I see that we are 30 participants already. My name is Emanuel. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Romania. And in this moment in my life, I live an extraordinary, beautiful life. I am financially and emotionally free since over 7 years. I've been traveling the world. I have amazing relationships. And I woke up every day with joy and enthusiasm, and I go to sleep with joy and enthusiasm. And I have this level of consciousness that I call emotional freedom, which means that I can literally let my mind think of any situation from past, from present, and from the future, and I cannot find any negative emotions. And there are weeks and even months where I don't have literally any negative thought. And this is possible. I'm not the only one that is experiencing this level of freedom. If I will share with you the list with main fears and limiting beliefs, and you work on each one of them, you will see that it's possible to have weeks and even months without any negative thought and negative emotion. Cool. But obviously my life wasn't always like this. As I said, I was born in Romania into a quite complex family. And if you know, in Eastern Europe in the early 90s, there was a lot of violence and a lot of domestic violence and poverty and alcoholism. And I grew up with this deep belief that I don't deserve to live, because my father told me since I was very young that he made me my mistake, and he was telling me to leave the house, and how happy was he if I was not there. And I felt very rejected. And until I was 26 years old, I had social anxiety and panic attacks, and I was humiliated and bullied in most of the social environments I was in. And when I was, for example, in school, I could never remember the homework, for example, that the teacher was giving us, because I had big problems with attention and memory, because I literally had brain damage from the traumas that I had. And because I woke up spiritually since I was very young, since I was 13 years old, and I started to read a lot of books about psychology, about spirituality, and I became actually fascinated about this idea that we can create our life with our thoughts and emotions. And it was a huge period of my life. For example, when I was in London for 6 years, where I was so desperate to heal myself, and I was doing a lot of self-development, and literally I couldn't sleep at night if I knew that in that day I was not doing something very significant and important to change my life and to overcome the poverty, the limitations, and the social anxiety that I was feeling every day. Literally, it doesn't matter if I was in London, in Paris, in Bucharest, I was feeling social anxiety every day. If I was going to a shop and the seller was looking into my eyes, I had literally panic attacks and I couldn't control them. And as I said, in those 6 years, I've been doing a lot of therapies, a lot of discipline, like EFT tapping, Psyche, Theta healing, timeline healing, reading hundreds of books about self-development. And even ayahuasca, I've done 24 times. I was literally so desperate to heal myself, waking up every day at 5, doing a lot of affirmations, meditations, and paying a lot of money to different gurus and healers and so on. And the conclusion to what I arrive after 6 years of intense self-development, and spirituality and everything, is that not a lot of things are working. And actually, this is the story that most of my clients are coming to me. Hey, I've been practicing so many self-development techniques and therapies, and I feel that I am at the same level. And why people don't have results is because they don't have clarity. They don't understand exactly what's in their subconscious mind, and they cannot measure and quantify the results. And most of the people are doing self-development with the attitude that they throwing a lot of affirmations, a lot of practices, and a lot of energy healing or whatever, with the hope that maybe one day my life will change. It doesn't work like that. If, for example, if you have a fear of the future, and you see that it has a certain intensity, and after you do those practices, and that fear is at the same intensity, that means it hasn't been changed. And I will show you and give you more clarity about what I mean by that. I will go back into the presentation. Yes.
Guys, put some emoji in the chat. Give some love to Emanuel for sharing his story and what he accomplished.
Thank you. Yeah, so let's take some deep breaths. I know I'm speaking fast, and I'm getting excited when I share what I do with the mental reprogramming technique. So let's take some deep breaths and be a little bit more present. Because we're about to do a special exercise now, so I want all of your attention here. Okay, so this is the list with the main fears and limiting beliefs that people have in their subconscious mind. After I've been working with over 10,000 people in the last years with this technique, I discovered that most of the people have about the same fears and limiting beliefs. And what I did is to make like a list with most of the fears. And what you have to do is to write. Actually, you can print this list, and I will share it with you in the chat later. You have to write next to each fear and limiting belief from this list how intense and true it is for you on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10. So for example, you think about the fear of the future. How intense it is, this fear, from 0 to 10? Perhaps you know about muscle testing and some other techniques or strategies to find out if you have a belief or not in your subconscious mind, but using this scale of intensity is much easier. And you just have to write next to each fear how intense it is for you from 0 to 10. The fear of the future, fear of failure, of rejection, of judgment, of success, of death, of change, of poverty, of loss, of not being good enough, and so on. And if you want long-lasting, powerful transformation in your life, and if you want to have beautiful relationships, if you want to be positive and have financial freedom and success and everything, you have to do just one thing. You don't have to do a lot of things, reading a lot of books and strategies. You have to do just one thing. And that is to literally reprogram all of this list with main fears and limiting beliefs. When you have this list with all the fears at 0, you're going to be completely free. This is my guarantee to you. Now, if you reprogram all of this list, you're going to be emotionally free, and you're going to have an amazing life for the rest of your life. So this is what you have to do. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if you use my technique, if you use, I don't know, some other therapies or self-development practices. You have to make sure that these fears are lowering in intensity. Because if, for example, another 6 months or 1 year have passed, and these fears are at the same intensity, your life will be exactly the same. So this is like the map of your subconscious mind. Once you complete this list, you can look at it in your face to understand exactly where you are, how much you still have to work on yourself until you become totally financially, emotionally, and free on all levels. Make sense? So I will share this list with you after. And by the way, now at the beginning of the new year is very important to actually do this exercise to understand where you are. And maybe do this exercise 6 months after you complete it, or maybe at the end of the year, to see how much progress have I done this year. This is a very simple way to measure and to quantify the results, because once again, a lot of people are doing self-development in a very chaotic way. But this way, you can measure the results and see them instantly. Cool. So let's go further. So how this mental reprogramming technique works is 3 simple steps. The first one is to identify, to become aware, because there is no change without awareness. We have to see exactly what are the fears, what are the limiting beliefs, and to work specifically on those ones. The second step is to give commands. Once again, the subconscious mind does not listen to affirmations, to positive thinking, to intentions, but it obeys to commands, and you can see the results instantly. You will see in a moment the process, because you will not only see it, but you will experience it. Because for example, some studies are showing that up to 90% of all the informations you see on a webinar or on a public speaking event, you're gonna forget them. So my intention is not just give you the informations or theory, but is to help you go with some results after this webinar. And the third step is to confirm the change. We have to make sure that is lower in intensity, otherwise it's not working. And by the way, we don't use entities, external powers, positive thinking, auto-suggestions, hypnosis. We use the power of our consciousness to change ourselves. So it is a very healthy technique energetically. And no one has ever complained about changing their subconscious mind, so you are in good hands. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to start the demonstrations. I'm going to help you to experience the technique. And I created a list with the main 5 fears and limiting beliefs that people in network marketing have. So I will actually share a poll into the Zoom, and you will choose whatever fears you want to work on. And we will work on them. We will work on the most important ones. So let me see where is the pool. Oh, it's not there. No, here. I'm not sure how this one is working, but you can choose. I think something popped up on your screen, and you can choose whatever fear you want to work on. So choose now.
All right, guys, it's rolling. If you see the poll,
fear of failure. I see that I have some misspelling. I don't understand why is a misspelling there, but sorry about that. So
it's okay. We can read it anyway.
Is the belief that I'm not good enough, the fear of criticism and rejection. The third one is fear of failure, fear of exposure. Is hard and difficult to make money. So choose. Perhaps
very nice choice, bro.
Perhaps
very nice choice.
Okay, so I have quite. I think choose once and that's it.
It's like a race between the beliefs. The more we vote, we see who is winning.
It's the first time I'm doing this. I see that 8 people haven't chosen, so maybe you can choose. But I see that the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money is the biggest one so far. There are 6 people that chose this fear. And the belief that I'm not good enough is also the second one. Well, if this is the end, then we will work on the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money. Okay, we have new results. Okay, let's start on the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money. And if we have enough time, I'm not sure how in a rush are you, we're going to also work on the belief that I'm not good enough. Oh my God, it's such a mess, the poll. I'm sorry, I don't know how we ended up here.
It's working pretty well, actually. It's the first time I see you use it.
It's working, but I have misspelling. Perhaps I haven't deleted, the initial text and I just pasted there or something like that. Okay, so the belief that I'm not good enough and believe that it's hard. Well, let's work on the belief that it's hard to make money. It's hard and difficult to make money. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll and we're gonna start working. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. And the next step, what I want you to do now is again take a few deep breaths. Okay. And now write in the chat of the Zoom, think about the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money. And write how intense and true it is, this fear for you on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10. So think about the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money and see how much it resonates with you, and write in the chat the number of intensity that it is for you. Okay, 4, 4, 4, 7, 6, 5. So be honest, it's not that intense. We have a 10, 8, 4, 4, 8, 4, 7, 7, 8. Okay, so it's quite big for some people, but not that big. 7, 8. Okay, you can stop with this question. I also want to ask you, let's see the belief that I am not good enough, because this one was equal to the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money. So you can write in the chat how intense it is, the belief that I am not good enough, from 0 to 10. And let's see this one, how intense it is for you. Maybe it's bigger. So we have 8, 5. So the belief that I'm not good enough, 8, 8, 8, 5, 6, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 6, 4. Okay, so it's about the same. Okay, we're gonna go with the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money. So guys, this is what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna take 2 participants from the Zoom to do a special exercise. It is called a digging exercise from modern psychology, where I'm just gonna ask you some questions to see what is behind this belief, because I'm gonna give you a big and important secret. It is not enough to reprogram the belief that it's hard to make money if you want to reprogram it, because the beliefs are not individual. The beliefs are connected to others, and you have to identify what is the root of those fears and of those beliefs in order to reprogram it. Otherwise, it will not work. Yeah. So I'm gonna take some people. So who would like to do this exercise? Perhaps Thomas, you can help me with this.
Oh, let me see. Sonia, why don't you come up to
I
the
want
stage
a
for this
man
one?
and a woman.
And then Alex.
Sonia and
Yes,
Alex.
you right behind me.
Yes,
Alex,
you can.
I'll pass the computer to him.
Okay, okay. So Sonia, you can open your microphone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Sonia. Congratulations for the courage. And please tell me, where are you on the planet right now?
I'm in Germany right now.
Okay, amazing. Good morning, Germany. So tell me, how intense it is, this belief that it's hard and difficult to make money, from 0 to 10, when I think about it right now?
It's a 10 for me.
10. Okay, perfect. So I choose you perfectly. Okay. So Sonia, this is what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and I want you to answer only with the first words that are coming to your mind, without giving me explanations. And if you try to give me explanations, I will stop you. And the purpose of these questions is, once again, to find out what is behind this belief and this fear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what is the worst that can happen if it's hard and difficult to make money?
A life of poverty.
So fear of poverty. And what is the worst that can happen if you are poor and you live a life of poverty?
Loneliness.
And what is the worst that can happen if you are lonely, if you will be forever lonely?
Death.
And what is the worst that can happen if you die?
Interesting.
The first words that are coming to your mind, what is the worst that can happen if you die? What are the consequences?
Leaving no trace, no impact on our collective.
And what is the worst that can happen if you left no impact on the collective?
Continuation of destruction and
So
pain in our collective.
people will be in pain because of you. Basically, that's the belief.
If I don't contribute, if I make no impact.
And what is the worst that can happen if people will be in pain if you don't contribute and you left nothing behind?
There's no meaning to my life.
And what is the worst that can happen if your life has no meaning? The first words that are coming to your mind.
It just comes fear. I don't know. What's the worst that can happen when my life has no meaning? Let me see. Yeah, no point of aliveness, no purpose to my aliveness.
Okay, and when you think about these fears, do you feel any negative emotion right now, like a heaviness in your chest or an emptiness in your stomach? Do you feel any negative emotion anywhere in your body right now?
Yeah, in my chest.
What do you feel in the chest?
Sadness, heaviness.
Okay, it's like a palpitation, like an agitation, like a tension. How do you describe the sensation in the chest?
Like a ball of red pulsating energy.
How intense it is this sensation from 0 to 10 in the chest right now?
7.
7. Okay. So Sonia, we have identified everything that we needed to identify. Thank you so much. So I will ask you to close your microphone for now, and I will ask you at the end of this webinar, how do you feel? Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
So I'm going to take 1 or 2 more participants to do this exercise. So Alex, if you are there, show your face.
Yes, I'm with Thomas, so that's why it says Thomas Carriere.
Yes.
And he didn't know I was gonna pick him.
Thomas from Bali. Sorry, Alex from Bali. Tell me how intense it is the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money from 0 to 10 right now when you think about it.
4?
So it's not that intense.
No.
Okay. You usually should be above a 4 in order to be more intense, but let's try to do the exercise anyway.
My bigger one was fear of failure, in case it makes more sense. But
we have to work on one fear at a time.
okay.
We cannot reprogram all of the subconscious mind. So let's continue with this fear. Yeah. What is the worst that can happen if it's hard and difficult to make money?
I'll be a failure.
And what is the worst that can happen if you are a failure?
People will leave me.
And what is the worst that can happen if people will leave you and you will be alone?
People will mock me.
And what is the worst that can happen if people will mock you?
I'll be sad.
And what is the worst that can happen if you are sad?
I'm not enjoying my time.
And what is the worst that can happen if you don't enjoy your time?
I don't like life.
And what is the worst that can happen if you don't like your life?
I kill myself.
And what is the worst that can happen if you kill yourself?
I miss out on life.
And what is the worst that can happen if you miss life?
Well, I miss my purpose.
And what is the worst that can happen if you haven't fulfilled your purpose in life?
Well, don't do what I don't support.
Okay, and when you think about these beliefs, do you feel any negative emotions right now in the stomach, in the chest, in the throat? Do you feel any negative sensations or emotion?
I feel a contraction in my solar plexus.
And what else do you feel there?
A little bit. My belly and my solar plexus have a contraction. Yeah.
And it's a fear, it's a sadness, it's a frustration. What emotion is there?
It's almost like more like fear. Yeah. Fear.
And how intense it is?
Say 6.
Okay, cool. So Alex, we have identified what we needed to identify. Thank you so much. So do you all understand what we've done with this exercise? Yeah, it makes sense. So basically, if you do muscle testing on all of these beliefs, especially you, Sonia, and Alex, you will see that these beliefs that we have identified in your subconscious mind, those are real and are installed in your subconscious mind and are influencing, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and so on. And we have to reprogram them. Now that we have identified them, it's not enough just to become aware of them. Some therapeutes are saying that if you become aware of the problem, it will be solved 50%. I'm not agree with that belief, because you also have to make sure that it's lowering in intensity. Otherwise, it's not going away. So even though these beliefs are difficult, or they look hard and negative, like the belief that I will kill myself, that I will die, that I haven't fulfilled my purpose, that people are suffering because of me, and so on, that is the reality. We have to, there is a saying in Romania that you must have the courage to look into the devil's eyes in order to overcome your problems. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna start making commands. I'm gonna address these commands at the second person, so it's gonna be as though as I'm speaking to each one of you individually. And even though you watch the recording, listen to the commands as present as you can. And while I do the commands, I want you to think about the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money, to connect with the emotions behind this fear. To feel whatever negative emotions you have in your body, and to be fully engaged and present, and just listen to my commands. You don't have to repeat after me. Just stay present, calm. You can close your eyes if you feel to, and just stay relaxed. It's gonna take me less than how you feel after. Okay. So take a deep breath. Feel whatever negative emotions or negative thoughts you have regarding this belief that it's hard and difficult to make money, and let's start. I command that all the negative emotion that you feel right now in the stomach, like a contraction, like an emptiness and a fear, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative emotion into your stomach right now, like a contraction, emptiness, fear, and negative sensation, I command to be taken from you and send it to the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with joy, happiness, fulfillment, power, and courage. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that all this negative emotion that you feel in your chest right now, like a sadness, heaviness, ball of pulsation, fear, and negative sensation, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative emotion right now in your chest, like a sadness, heaviness, fear, and pulsation, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with joy, happiness, power, fulfillment, and courage. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that all the negative emotion that you feel right now in your whole body, all the knot that you feel in your neck, and all the frustration, fear, and tension, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative emotion right now in your whole body, I command to be taken from you and send it to the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with happiness, power, fulfillment, courage, and peace. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program I haven't fulfilled my mission and my purpose on earth, I command to be taken from you and send it to the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with the belief that I have fulfilled my mission and my purpose in life and I am free. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that all the possible and existing time, I command that the belief and the program that I kill myself to be taken from you and send it to the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with the belief that I love myself and I want to live, and I live a long and beautiful life. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program I don't like myself, I command to be taken from you and send it to the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with the belief that I like myself and I love myself. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program I am not good enough, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the memories and roots, and be replaced with the belief that I am always good enough and I'm happy and free. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I am not enjoying my time, I don't enjoy my life, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I always enjoy myself, I enjoy my time, and I'm happy to be alive. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, people will mock me and people criticize and judge me, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that people respect and appreciate me always. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, people will leave me, people leave me, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that people always support me, appreciate me, and love me. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I am a failure, I failed, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I succeeded in life, I am successful and happy. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief in program is hard and difficult to make money. I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that is easy and fun to make money and I love the process and I'm always free and full of joy. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I cannot help others, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I can help others and I'm useful, happy, and free. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, my life has no meaning and no purpose, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that my life is full of meaning, purpose, and happiness. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, people will be in pain if I don't contribute. People are suffering because of me. I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that people are happy because of me and I'm useful, happy, and free. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I left no impact on the collective and on others. I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I'm happy and thankful with everything that I do and everybody is happy and thankful about myself. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I die, I'm afraid to die, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I live a long and beautiful life and I'm happy and safe. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I am lonely and sad, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I live a long and beautiful life with the others and I am happy. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that the belief and program, I live a life of poverty, I am poor, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness along with all the memories and roots and be replaced with the belief that I am prosperous, successful, abundant, and rich. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the levels of your existence. I command that all the receptor centers for the old beliefs, emotions, and programs of you to close and to open new receptor centers for the new beliefs, emotions, and programs. And take a few deep breaths in. Okay, you can open your eyes, you can move your body a little bit, you can stretch, maybe your body a little bit to become more present, more aware. Take a few more deep breaths. You can maybe shake yourself a little bit. I mean, this is not part of the technique, but it's good to move a little bit the body. Yeah.
In this group, we like to make yes like this. So let's do
Yes.
it.
Okay.
1, 2. Yes. Open your mic. We want to hear it.
Yeah.
Right. You
Yes.
have,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 you
Yes.
have your
Yes. Yes.
okay, cool. So let's see, Sonia, how are you? If you can open your microphone, Sonia and Alex. But let's start with you, Sonia. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Amazing. Sonia, please tell me, first of all, how intense it is the emotion in the chest from 0 to 10?
Maybe a 2.
Okay, so it's been lowered from 7 to 2.
Yeah.
Amazing. And the belief that is hard and difficult to make money, how intense it is now?
1.
Okay, so it's been lowered from 10 to 1, this belief.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. How was the experience with the method?
Yeah, I noticed that where I think being on the spot here, I was blocking a little bit some truth when I was slowing down, you know, and starting to think about what's my response. So I look forward to repeating it and getting to from 10 to 0. But
Even if it is a 2, it's very good. It's better than 10.
yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Amazing. Enjoy the change.
Yes,
And I
I'm
will-
excited to make easy money.
Amazing. Okay, let's see. Alex, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. I liked it.
How intense it is the emotion in the stomach from 0 to 10?
Yeah, I would say 3.
Okay, so it's been lowered from 6 to 3. And the belief that it's hard and difficult to make money, how intense do you feel it now?
Like 2.
Okay, so it's been lowered from 4 to 2. Usually, if everything is lower than a 3, it doesn't influence you or disturb you. You know, it's just a thought that will go quickly. How is the experience? How does it feel to not have those fears anymore?
It feels more light. Like,
Amazing. Thank you so
feeling
much,
light.
Alex. And I also want to ask all of you, how do you feel and how intense it was the belief in the beginning that it's hard and difficult to make money from 0 to 10 in the beginning, and how intense it is now? For example, how it was at Sonia, it was a 10, now is a 2, or at Alex, it was a 4, now is a 2. So just to write in the chat how intense it was the belief in the beginning and how intense it is now. Okay, so from it went from 8 to 2, from 6 to 2, from 4 to 2. So everybody is at 2, from 4 to 2, from 8 to 2, from 8 to 4, from 5 to 1, from 7 to 2, from 8 to 5, from 6 to 3. Amazing. Congratulations, everyone. From 7 to 4, from 4 to 2. Thomas, congratulations. Yeah, it's also very important when we do this exercise to understand what we've done now. So now I have applied the technique one to many, but usually if you want to have even more powerful results and to work on many fears and limiting beliefs at once, we have to do a private session to experience the technique one-on-one. And I have actually a gift for you, not because it's Christmas yet, but because this is the way I work with people. I will send you a link where you can register for a free private one-on-one session with me or one of my facilitators. We will see how many I can take. So I will send you the link right now where you can register for this free session to experience the technique one-on-one. And the purpose of this session is just to understand your situation and obviously to experience the technique to see if you qualify, to enter my program. Because if you want to learn this technique or to work with me at a deeper level, you have to experience the technique one-on-one and to believe 100%, to take the decision when you see results and you know that this is for you and you resonate with what I do. And you can register on that link right now, and I will share with you a little bit of more information before we go to the Q&A. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm gonna help you with everything. So this private free session of half an hour, yeah, is the purpose of it is for you to experience the technique, to see if you have results, and then you can take a decision to work with me deeper or to learn the technique, whatever you choose. Yeah. And usually I work with people on a mentorship program where we do 4 private sessions of 1 hour each, where it's more than enough to completely transform your life, and you will learn the technique. These are the main 2 elements. You will also receive some recorded sessions and some support, but these are the main 2 elements to transform your life completely, and 4 private sessions is more than enough to do that, and to also learn the technique. Yeah, and if you have any questions, I'm here and happy to answer you. So congratulations all of you for the results today. So this was my offering to you.
Nice, full on, full power. Let me just say something before we open the space. Thank you so much, Emanuel. And for me, it's like a half a prayer, half a trance, half a allowing an intention. And my experience is that the subconscious is like a machine, like a hard drive in which we have put programs, lines that are impersonal and that react to reprogrammation that are more direct. There's many other layers to the personal development. And one of them is the 4 Toltec agreements, for example, which I'd love for us all to dive deeper in together. But this was very beautiful, and I want to honor you also for how much you give before you receive. And that's a great example and great embodiment of one important teaching there. So thank you so much for this. I yawned a lot again. My body's hot. I'm feeling it, and I feel liberated. So thank you for that. And guys, here we go. Emanuel gives us more of his time now. So any questions you have, or if you want to say thank you, let's open the mic and close it for today. Thank you.
Thank you. You can also ask me in the chat if you have any questions. Yeah. And yeah, it's important to understand how the subconscious mind works, because once you have clarity, you will know what to do with your life. Because the way I see it is like this. Yeah, you are in a body, and that body, and you cannot go outside of the body. I mean, maybe you can, but you are stuck in that body, and that body comes with some emotional memory, and you are forced to leave the emotional memory of that body. Yeah, you cannot escape it. You cannot go away from it. You cannot pretend that it's not there, because it will control your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, your actions, and so on. So it's important to see this life like this. You are stuck in a body, and that body comes with the emotional memory that you gathered, yeah, throughout your life, with the fears, with the mental programs, and you have to reprogram it. And that's very simple. Cool. So if you have any questions. This was so liberating. Thank you for gifting us. Amazing. Yeah, you can open your microphone if you have any questions about your life, about your challenges, about my life, about Bali, about whatever, ask me.
I would like to ask if this technique works, as you were saying at the beginning, until the fear is equal to 0. So as to be repeated and repeated.
Very, very good question. So we don't repeat. So the reason basically why the fear hasn't gone to 0, even though, but the thing is this, if the fear is at 2, it doesn't matter. It will not affect you anymore, and it's like it's been reprogrammed. Yeah, only if it's above a 4 or a 5, it affects you. But if you want to reprogram this fear completely, we have to work one-on-one and to do the digging exercise until we reach the bottom of those fears. Because if we don't reach the bottom, you don't do the work completely. Yeah, it's like you want to dig a well, but you don't reach the water completely, and you will not reprogram that fear if we don't reach the bottom of those fears. We have to go a little bit even beyond, the fear of the death and the fear that I haven't fulfilled my mission and so on. We have to go a little bit deeper. That's why I offer you this private session to experience the technique properly.
Thank you.
You can open your mic, Naida.
Hi, thank you so much, Emanuel. That was interesting and beautiful, and yeah, I will feel into it in the next. I would like to know, so now we are focusing on a specific fear that opens up to other fears connected. And by taking this fear on a lower level, can you hear me? Because everything.
Yeah, I can hear. Continue.
It's frozen. By taking those fears on a lower level, we. So what if there are physical symptoms, discomfort, manifestation of stuck emotions and fear, but we don't know what these emotions and fear are? Is it possible to work the other way, starting
Yes.
from?
Yes, very good question. So with this technique, as I said in the beginning, you can either release negative emotions, work on the mental level, on the fears and beliefs. You can even reprogram traumas and to see exactly what it means to reprogram a trauma, to see that you don't feel it anymore. And for example, if you work on a trauma, it will affect, the beliefs and emotions. If you work on emotions, it will influence the beliefs. So everything is interconnected in our subconscious mind. So it doesn't matter on what aspect we work, everything will influence. And by the way, the subconscious reprogramming is not about manifestation. It's not about attracting people or money into your life. It's about changing your inner reaction, changing your emotional reaction, and helping you to think more positive in a more natural way without forcing it. And if you don't have negative emotions or negative thoughts, you will be able to think differently, to act differently, and to behave differently. So this is the only change. I cannot, for example, guarantee if you work on all of the list of fears and limiting beliefs that you will be a millionaire. I cannot guarantee that, but I can guarantee that you're going to have an amazing, extraordinary life. So once again, I don't believe in the manifestation or law of attraction the way it's been taught, but I believe that we can change our reactions. We cannot control the things that are happening into our life, but we can control the reactions that we have to what is happening in our life.
Thank you.
Okay.
And for network marketing, for example, one great one that everybody who just got started recently is facing, that we all face at the beginning, is the fear of rejection. Is being afraid to invite somebody because we're afraid how they're going to react and judge us. And like Emanuel was just saying, it's about how that moment affects us, how we react to this possibility. And also from when it actually happens, because people are going to say no, and they're also going to criticize you and judge you. So the question is, how is this moment going to affect you and potentially after continue to affect you? That's the freedom I think Emanuel is talking about.
Yes, very clear. Okay, if you have other questions.
Zlatan, go ahead, yeah.
Yes.
No need to raise the hand, just open your mic.
All right, hi everybody. Hi Emanuel. Can you guys hear me?
A little bit weird, but yes.
Okay. How one, two. Hello.
No, your microphone is
Yeah, it's better. It's less resonating. Maybe you change.
maybe write in the comments your question because your microphone is not good. Sorry.
Okay, one last attempt. Is this okay?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, my number was 7 and it moved to a 3. Okay. But I really felt into it afterwards, and it was actually a 2. And it's almost like my mind wanted to ignore the 2 and say, let me just say 3. What could you share about maybe the mental programming, or maybe the programs can be sticky and we want to maybe not, is it a lack of belief that wants to do that?
I think I understand your question. So maybe you're afraid that this fear will come back to a higher intensity after it's been reprogrammed. So first of all, this technique has been used in the last 15 years and everybody have seen results and is long lasting. I don't have social anxiety anymore, even though I felt it every day, for example. But just to clarify how the fears and limiting beliefs are installed in your subconscious mind after an emotional shock or trauma. And this fear, you will see that it will pass another 2-3 weeks, years, and it will be at the same intensity unless you have another trauma or emotional shock where this belief might be installed again in your subconscious mind. But it's a very small possibility because most of the traumas we have in our life is on our childhood, not as an adult. So don't worry about it. It will be at the same intensity. And once again, even if it is lower than a 3, it doesn't affect you. It will come maybe to your mind, but it will go very quickly away. Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy the
Lumina,
change.
did you want to share, Lumina? No? Okay. Anybody else wants to share or ask a question is the moment.
Elliot just opened his mic, so no, you don't want to share? Okay.
I'm blissed out. I'm enjoying. Thank you very much, Emanuel.
Thank you. Enjoy the change. Well, guys, so this was the end of the presentation, and perhaps you managed to register for the free private session. I will leave the link once again here. This is the only place where you will find it. This is special for you. I will take as many of you as I can next week, even though I cannot take all 30 participants, but I have a team of facilitators that will help you and they will guide you, that are trained by me, and they're doing coaching and helping people. So yeah, you will experience the technique one-on-one, where I will help you basically to reprogram one of your biggest fears. So come with one fear, just one wish. I will help you fulfill it. And then after that, if you see results and maybe you want to work deeper with me or a facilitator, or to learn the technique to apply it on yourself, I will show you how you can do that. It's a beautiful, skill and ability to have to do what I do. So guys, thank you so much. If there is a need or a request to do other webinars in the future, Thomas, we will talk maybe to do at an hour where it's more convenient also for the Americans, but we will see next year, because this year I've done a lot of work and a lot of transformations.
Yeah, you deserve to rest, but I don't know if you're really offering yourself a rest by giving this gift for 30 people
I'm
here.
so happy.
Thank you for that.
This is very enjoying for me to do. It's not hard work. I don't believe in hard work. Cool.
Fantastic.
Guys, enjoy the change. We'll keep in contact, and we will see each other next time, maybe in the private session. And I wish you all the best. Enjoy the change.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Emanuel. Thank you, everyone. See you for the community gatherings on Monday. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you,
Ciao.
everyone. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.